Hey guys, welcome back to Selenium 4 with Java February 2025 batch online training session 6. So in today's session I will cover more few of the advanced topics on Java, how to perform Java input output operation, what is Java collection framework, and where I will cover like array list, linked list, hash set, tree set, hash map, which are primarily mostly used in Selenium automation, and I will cover also the Java multithreading part where we will be getting some idea how to do the parallel or distributed testing using Selenium and Java. So, what is file handling? So, file handling in Java implies reading from and writing data to a file. Right? It can be Excel file, right? It can be like a notepad, all this stuff. Excel file, like some sort of other dependencies required, which I'll be covering in the framework, especially that Apache Pay is required, but you can do any operation in the notepad using the Java write classes and the relevant methods, file methods, because the file class already there in the java.io package, which allows user to work with different format of files. There are many ways to read a file in Java. User can use buffer reader, file class, etc. Similarly, if you use file writer, buffer writer, files or file output stream, you can write data into the file. There are few of the important methods available in the file class in Java. Can read, which return type is boolean. It will test whether the file is readable or not. Similarly, can write, you can check whether the file is writable or not. Right? You can create a new file with the help of the create new file methods. You can delete the file or folder with the help of the delete method. You can check whether the file is already exist or the folder is already exist or not with the help of the exist method. You can get the name of the file with the help of the get name method. You can get the absolute path as well, right, with the help of the get absolute path method. You can create a directory or folder with the help of the mk directory method, and you can get the length of the file with the help of the length method in the byte format. So we'll see how to first deal with the folder structure, and then we'll deal with the file. So first thing is that you need to create an object of the file class, and in the particular path where you need to give the path which of the file you want to create, folder or done file will deal. After that you need to call the mk directory method to create the folder. So we'll first see to create a folder here. After that we will deal with the file. So I have already created a class session 6 into the training packages where I'll be covering today's sessions. So let's call the file class, create an object called file equal to new file, and here you need to give the path of the file which you don't want to create. So this is the path, right? This is the path where I want to create a file called today's date as 16 March 2025. So within the double quote this is string file path, and I can give slash slash and then say 23 March 2025, like that. So that's file I want to create it in the Java Selenium Java training folder, and I need to close it. And now the error message is coming because the file class will be coming from the Java, so we need to import that file class from the java.io package. And after that, with the help of the file object whatever created, I need to call the mk directory method, right? Mkdir. You could see you can create the directory name by the abstract path name. Return type is nothing. It will create that. Sorry, return type will be it will create it boolean. Okay, so it will create the file first. So let's try to run it and let's see what's happening there. So output is blank because it is just creating the file, right? So you could see here file got created, right? So that is the objective. It will do the operation to create the file. So now file got created. Okay. In case you want to already created, you can directly access it with file directly here. Okay. Then there is a methods available to check the existence of the file, right, called method exist. So what I will do, I'll call the file object already created file, so I no need to create more dot exist. Okay, you could see return type is boolean coming from the file class. So I will store some boolean value, say boolean a equal to, and then I can give some condition to check whether the file already existing or not. So if what is the boolean value a equal to true, in case,
Hello.
yeah, yes, yeah, Aniket, tell me. I'm not able to hear you anything.
Another one thing, this is creating a folder, right? Not
Yeah,
a file.
no, not a file. I'm dealing with the folder structure first or directory. Yes, unable to hear anything. Rest, are you able to hear, Aniket? Okay, rejoin once more time, Aniket, in case some problem is there. So we'll create the folder first and then we'll check the existence. So in case folder is already exist, I could say that folder already exist, right? Or else whatever we have learned so far in the Java, right? If else loop, I'll just try to use it. Else folder does not exist. Now let's try to run it. See what's happening there. You could see the output is coming as folder already exists. Now there is a method to delete the file, right? So what I will do, I will call the file object and I will delete it. Okay. So now it is deleted. So whatever folder you could see here, right, the 23rd March, it will be deleted now. I am directly accessing to the folder, I am deleting it. Now in case I want, after deleting it, I want to check, so it will not be exist. So it will give me folder does not exist. So that is the different stuff you can deal with the, you could see folder does not exist. So you can create a folder structure, you can check the existence of the folder and you can delete the folder. So that is all about directory or folder. Now I will deal with the file. So let's same way, let's try to create something first. Okay, here in the Java training folder, right, I can directly create a file called say test.txt. Okay, so for creating the file, what I need to do, I need to again call the file class dot create new file. You could see this is the method you need to call. It is not the mk directory, and so I will not deleting definitely it. And in case you are trying to call that create new file, you need to surround to some try catch block or some give some throws declaration. Okay, so you can give some exceptions declaration. Now similar way file will be created. Now yeah, go ahead.
Sir,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. I didn't get your voice due to some network issue. Can you please repeat from that boolean?
Yeah, so boolean part is nothing, right? So boolean is, so forget about that. So as and when you are calling the file dot exist, right? You could see return type is boolean. So it will be display giving you return type as boolean, means boolean definitely will be true or false value, right? So that is the way I am storing some boolean variable. Okay, and then I am checking that if the a boolean variable equal to true means file or folder already created or exist. In case it is not true or false means it will be not exist. So that is the way. Do not store anything right now. Always try to call that method and see what return type is having, and then give the return data and create a variable. Always. So that is the best approach. We need to follow it. Now let's save the code and let's run it and let's see whether the similar like file, sorry folder, the file also got created or not. So here I just say the folder already exists. You can change it like file already exists like that, whatever way. Okay. And you could see the file created here, right? Test.txt file. Right click, go to the properties, and you could see file location retype. Some location is there, right? And then the t.txt file, right? Created. Return type is text, and no nothing is there, right? It's blank file. So that is the way you can create a file. If you just again call the file or delete, it will delete the file. Okay. So as and when you are creating the file, you don't need to call that method again and again. Automatically it will be going to that particular file location instead of a folder here. Now what we can do with this file, we can check, right, whether the file readable, writable, all this stuff. So what I will do, I will try to check whether that file dot can read, right, is readable or not. Similarly I can check can write file dot get, right, get name, file dot get path, file dot get absolute path, absolute path as well, file dot size, right, file dot, what is the method name for size, let me check, length, right, file dot length, file dot is hidden, something, in case something is hidden I can check, right, is hidden. These are the different stuff I can check in case some file is already there, not folder, for the file. Now let's try to run it and let's see what's happening there. So I have created the file in the D drive Selenium Java training folder and file name is test.txt. So that is the file, already you are able to see it, right? This is the path. Okay, now in case I want to check the readable, yes, true, writable, true. What is the name of the file? Test.txt. And the path, an absolute path I can get, it will be similarly same. Okay, and length is 0 because there is nothing there hidden, right? No, it's not hidden, it is accessible, you are able to visualize it. Sometimes the file might be hidden, that is the way you can check it. Is hidden is true means file is hidden. So these are the different stuff you can yeah.
Amruta here. Sorry to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So file extension we can give anything, right?
Yeah, right, it can be, right, txt, it can be doc, right, it can be .xlx, all this stuff you can give it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and xlx part will be covering in the Selenium Apache py part, because for that one you need to take call the Apache py jar file. Okay, then you can do the like interaction with the Excel file. So here I will be covering primarily with the text file. Slowly you will be learning how to deal with the Excel file as well, to read and write the data from the Excel file, how to do the data driven testing, keyword driven testing, right, hybrid, all this part you will be learning it. Okay, then this is the part you already know, how to create the file, create the folder, how to write, get the path, file name, all this stuff, right. Now in the file, first I will see how to write some data in the file and how to read the data as well from the file as well, because that is the primary skills required, right. And you need to write the file, you need to read the file as well. So I need to call the file writer class for writing the file. If you do not know, press right something and then press Ctrl and space bar. File writer is coming from the java.io. So file writer equal to new file writer, and we need to provide the path of the file here in the bracket. So that is the Java static thing, you need to follow it. So these are the stuff you need to remember couple of time. Then I need to call something buffer writer. No, buffered, buffered, yeah, buffered writer, yes. Java.io package again, I can create an object called bw buffer writer equal to new buffer writer. I can give the reference of file writer fw, that is the way. Now say I want to add some data, right, so that I can store in some string. Okay, say data equal to welcome to Selenium Java world. That's what I want to update into the file. Okay, so this is because definitely everything should be stored in some variable, because this part you need to update in some 3 or 4 files, right. So definitely you will not be hard coding it, and it is also not recommended to hard coding most of the stuff. And then what you need to do, whatever buffer writer you have created the object dot, there is a write method, write. Okay, you can see string. In case you want to write only one character, so you can use that char only, but here it is string, I will be always using string. Then I can pass the variable data, that's all. Then I will be closing that buffer writer b w dot close, to close it, and you need to close the file writer fw dot close. So that is the stuff, because whatever open this part you need to close it as well. Now let's save it. Now what is there in my txt.xml file? Take test document, text document 0 kb, right? And if you, what is the time, modified time 16/3/2025, 8:58. Now open it, there is nothing is there. Now let's run the code. Let's save it and let's run the code and let's see. There will be no output because you was trying to write something. There is no output. But now if you go to the file, you will see the changes. It's updated 705. Text document, now you go to the size is 1 kb. So it's updated by something, right? Now open that one. You could see welcome to Selenium Java world, whatever you have given. So that is the way you can update the file, text file primarily. Now we have learned how to write the data into the file. So similarly way you can have n number of data, you can replace it as well. Now we'll see what is the way we can read the data. So this is for the reading part. As of now we have seen how to write the data into the file. So how to read the data? So definitely same way I need to call that file. Okay, then I need to take the help for similar way file reader and buffer reader. So for writing it, I have used called file writer, buffer writer. Here I'll be calling file reader, buffer reader. So let's, because I'm reading it, right? So file reader, give it file reader. So file reader, I can change the variable name. I can give it here also file reader. So I need to import that file reader from the java.io package. So here similar way, instead of writer, buffer writer, I need to buffer reader. So I'll be calling it buffer reader, and I will be just importing it from the java.io package. Okay, here it will be file reader fr. Okay, so similar way you need to call these two particular methods, right? Okay, need to create an object for these two class. Sorry, not the method, coming from the Java, again from the file class. Now here you can give some condition. Okay, so for that one you can define some say text, whatever you want to output as a text format, right? So you can define something string variable called text. Sorry, this is the text is my variable. I want to just get it in the text string format. This is my string, right? String one. So now what I need to do? Oh, sorry. So what I need to do? Let's close that one, yeah, so that you can able to visualize more. So you can give some condition while loop, while whatever text you want to print from that file, right? Text equal to, you need to call that here the buffer reader, not the writer, buffer reader, right? That object br dot, right? And there will be read line, because it will be reading line by line a string, right? Dot read line. Then you can give something not equal to null. So I need to give some bracket, once more bracket, because null, so it will be not be reading anything, right? Not equal to null. Then I can print it out the text. So that simple line of code into to write it. Then now I'll be closing that buffer reader dot close, and I'll be closing that file reader fr dot close. That's all. So what I have did, So similarly, just like the file writer, I am using file reader because I want to read the data from the file, and buffer reader, that is the Java kind of classes available in the file class, and I am just creating a variable called text variable which is returned type string, and then I am just giving a condition if my text, right, with the help of the buffer reader calling the read line because it will be reading the line by line, right? And if I it is not null only, in case it is null, there will nothing will printed, so it will be blank and it will be failing. It will be not null only, then it will be giving some the text. That simple thing, it will be printed in the console. Okay, and it will close the buffer reader, it will close the file reader. Now in case you are running it, you could see welcome to Selenium Java world, right? So that is the thing is coming, right? So you can see like you can update it now, also updated on say 16 March. Let's save the file and let's run it again, and let's see what is the output is coming. So it will be coming the whatever output it is there in the file at the last update. So that is the way line by line it will read the file with the help of this file reader and the buffer reader class. And in the buffer reader, right, variable, you can call the method called read line. In case it's not null, then it will be printing in the console the text. I need to close the buffer reader and close the file reader. Okay, so I'll take a pause, guys. So this is the primary steps available, whatever really required to learn for now. I already told, right, in case you want to learn the Java, because this is very big, there are so many developers who is learning 3 months only Java, but whatever is really required to start your journey as part of the automation area, so that will be sufficient for start your journey. Okay, because this is the advanced part anyway, primarily will be covering, okay, mostly in today's sessions. So whatever we need to do, first you need to see that what are the different operations you can do with the file or directory. You can create a folder structure, you can check the existence of the folder structure, and you can delete the file. Similarly for the for folder structure, similarly for the file as well, you can directly go to the file path, you can create a file with the help of the create new file, then you can get the path, size, right, readable, writable, hidden, all these stuffs. Then you can write some data with the help of the file writer, buffer writer, all these methods classes available in the file class itself, right? You can add the data first, or in case some data is already available, your objective is to read the file, or you can call a file reader, buffer readers classes, and you can call the read next line, and that is the way you can get some string, and that will be you can print in the console. So that is the way you can get the details. Okay, so that's the mostly we need to do with the file stuff. Here will be whatever we have covered with the help of primary text file, and down the line whatever important stuff, right, the Excel file I'll be covering in the upcoming sessions. Okay, where you can get to know how to with the help of the Apache PY, right, you can deal with the Excel file as well. Okay, any questions?
So this is fine. Are you going to show about the screenshot class also?
Yeah, all everything will be covered. Okay, no worry. Screenshot is the very important stuff. We'll be showing in the next session.
And just one question here. So regarding this file line, okay.
Huh.
So not equal to line while condition is there, right? So if I keep, suppose this is the first line that you printed, in the second line nothing is there, in the third line something is there, it will go out, right?
Yeah, it will print one by one. It will be blank, right? Blank line.
So blank line will
Yeah, right. It's a space, right? It will space. Nothing means space.
okay.
So that is the will be printed out. Nah. So here this is the thing I have written for printing the character by character, right? And here I am showing the string, right? That is the way it will print character by character.
And same thing, if you want to add multiple lines, we need to again run the loop, right? In write data.
Yeah, right. So that you can do it, or you can create multiple variables. You can like one data 1, data 2, data 3 is a multiple line, right? That is the way. Okay. So that different strategies there. So let's first deal with that. After that, you can go through some of the other stuff, and then you can do it. Okay. Once you learn the basic, advanced, in case you want to learn more stuff, then you can just find some of the relevant website I will be giving you. Okay, not be a problem. Okay. So here whatever I am primarily covering, which is really required to start your journey, and after that, once you are really good with that one, okay, then you can do. Okay, but until you are covering most of the area with the knowledge, right, basic to mediator and some of the advanced part, right, and once you are getting the idea, then you can go to the very advanced level as well. Okay, then I'll go for the Java collection framework. So that is very critical. In terms of like whenever you will be going for the interview, they'll be asking so many questions from the Java collection framework. I could say that whenever you are talking about the Java in the like in your primarily in the interview, they'll be asking the Java ops concept part. They'll be asking you like Java array, right? All this stuff. What are the challenges of the array? How will be overcoming those challenges in the Java collection framework, right? What are the different kind of Java collection framework available? Java multithreading, right? Complete ops concept part. So these are the areas they'll be kind of asking question, and they'll be asking you to give some do some sample coding or running some program as well. Okay, that is the reasons whatever Java I'm covering, that is very required in case you want to go for some internal project interview, right? Or if you want to opt for some other right opportunity, definitely you need to learn it thoroughly. So whatever 12 session I'll be covering, right? In case you are able to get the good exposure on this part only without extra anything, you can do right whatever internal client interview, whatever external interview also up to 2 to 3 years I mean, automation like experience, you can definitely do it. You need to just do add some hands-on in the programming area. That's all. Otherwise, that will be really fine to start your journey in the automation framework. Okay. So, what is collection? So, the collection in Java is a framework which provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. So, in the array you already seen, right? You can also have the array will be contiguous memory locations, right? You can store any similar kind of data into the array, but the problem of the array is that once size of the array is fixed, you cannot change the size. So that was the main problem, but in the collection framework that is not a problem, because collection framework objective is that it will take the dynamic value, not any fixed value. In case you are adding 4 element in the array, it will be taking the size of the array is 4. In case you are adding 10 element, it will be size of the array will be 10. In case you are removing 2 more elements, size of the array will be 8. That's the beauty of the array. It will take the value from the dynamic runtime part, not the fixed one. So collection framework is unified architecture for representing and manipulating collections. All collection framework contains the following: interfaces, implementation, and algorithm. Interface you already seen 100% abstract in nature, right? All the method 100% abstract in nature. So in the last session I already talk about the interfaces. So these are the abstract data type that represent collection. Interfaces allows collection to be manipulated independently of the details of the representation. In object-oriented language, interfaces generally form a hierarchy. And implementation is nothing from the class, because interfaces you cannot create an object or instantiate it, right? So you require the help from the class. So that is the way that class you are implementing to the interfaces, and then you'll be creating the object, and then you can call the methods. So implementation is nothing but the classes. These are the concrete implementation of the collection interfaces. In essence, they are reusable data structure. And algorithm is nothing but the actual implementations. Sorry, whatever implementation you are doing, then you are kind of right. You are calling all the relevant methods. So that is the algorithm, how it is working actually. So these are the methods that perform useful computations such as searching and sorting on objects that implement collections interfaces. The algorithm are said to be polymorphic. That is, the same method can be used on many different implementation of the appropriate collection interface. So what are the primary operation you can do with the collection framework is like you can do sorting, you can do insertion, manipulation, deletion, searching with the help of the Java collection framework. Okay, there are a lot of kind of interfaces, a lot of classes available. I'll just go to the next set, next important diagram which you need to understand first thoroughly, then you can get the idea. So first let's see about the color coding, right? There is a kind of rectangular boxes available, okay, with the color. So what are the color signifies, right? The blue part is signifying the interfaces, and the green color rectangular box is signifying the classes. And there are two things, right? One is like dotted arrow, one is solid arrow. Solid arrow means extending, and dotted arrow means implementing. So what is the extending and implementation? You already seen the I told in the last session. In case it's a class to class, it will be extending. In case it's interface to interface, it will be extending. But in case it is interface to class, it will be implementing. So here first it will be starting with the right iterable interface, which is the mother of all interface, and then the collection interface, and we'll go from the bottom here. Okay. So try to understand the couple of things start here. So list, what does it mean by list interface? List means, right, whatever right way you are adding the value in a particular thing, same way it will be just give you the data list, whatever way, same format it will follow the list, that is the called list. Okay, and queue is also kind of like queuing the stuff, okay, in a one dimension. Okay, whereas dq is nothing but the double ended queue, means you can do the operations from the both sides, right? And set is nothing but it will contain the unique value. Suppose you are adding 10 value. Okay, suppose say just a simple example in a excel sheet. Your objective is to find out all the unique value, right? So maybe you have added data for a single value 3 times, but you don't want the duplicate one, you want the unique value, that is your objective, that I want the unique value, right, for many of the stuff. So you can use set, but the problem of the set is that whatever way you are entering, that same way also not followed. Okay, the output will be giving you any order, so that's the drawback of the set. In case you want to search something, that is good for the set, but in case you want to do some sorting in the ascending descending order, so you can need to take on the sorted set. So sorted set is again same way, unique value only, but it will be showing you the ascending order, right? That is the important stuff of the interfaces. Okay, here the classes part, right? You could see array list. Okay, it is implementing the list interface, means it is only having the list interface properties, like it will be having same order, but it can contain duplicate as well. Linked list, you could see it is extending list interface, it is extending the dq interface as well at the same time. Okay, so it will be having the list property, it will be having the dq property, means it is double ended. It will be list, you can do the ordering, right, whatever order it will follow, but it can do the operation from the both sides. So it will be much faster because it can do operation from the both sides. Right, and then if you go to the set one, so vector stack array queue, not used much in our automation journey, so that is the reason I did not cover here. Okay, set, okay, hash set, so it will be only having the set interface properties, means it will be contain only the unique value, but there is no guarantee of ordering, it can print any order. But so tree set, you could see it is implementing sorted set, and at the end of the sorted set also implementing set. So tree set will be having both the features from sorted set as well as set, means it will be unique value and it will be also ascending order. So that is the way, in case you are able to understand the diagram, you can able to understand the collection framework also in very depth. Okay, so iterable is the, that part I have tried to cover it here, so you can just go through that slide. Iterable interface is the root interface for all the collection classes. The collection interfaces extends the iterable interface, and therefore by all the subclasses of the collection interface also implement the iterable interface. Collection interface is nothing but the interface which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. It declares the method that every collections will have. In other words, user can say that collection interface build the foundation on which the collection framework depends. List part, I already told. List interface is the child interface of the collection interface. It exhibits a list type data structure in which user can store the ordered collection of the object. It can contain duplicate values. But set, what is set? It contain unique value. So set interface in Java present in java.util package. It extends the collection interface. It represents the unordered set of elements which does not allow user to store the duplicate item. But the order, nobody can guarantee. Whatever order it will be printed out, that will be not any order. They will not follow any order. Like set and sorted set, set can have one null value. In case you are having multiple null values, it will consider still only one unique null value. And sorted set is, it will follow that unique value. Apart from that, it will also having the ascending order sorting. Queue is nothing but the first in first out order, right? First in first out, whatever way you will be adding it, that will be ordered first in first out. It can be defined as an ordered list that is used to hold the element which are about to process. DQ is nothing but the double ended queue, I mean both side you can add the data, both side you can remove the data. So DQ interface extend the queue interface. In DQ user can remove and add the element from both the side, right? Because both the side it is open. Whereas queue is a normal pipe say. Okay, only right one side is open. Okay, but for the DQ both sides open, so both the side you can do the operation like addition, deletion, subtraction, sorry, I mean updation, all this stuff. Now we'll go one by one collection kind of classes here. So if you understand the diagram, you don't need to understand other stuff. So list, you could see it is only implementing the array list, right? Array list class is just implementing the list. So it will be having the properties from the list. So using array list, you can overcome the size issue. Array list is a researchable array. So you don't need to define any size, you will be taking the dynamic value size. So array list allows duplicate element. Array list maintain insertion order. In Java array list, manipulation is slow because a lot of shifting need to be occurred in if any element is removed from the array list, because it's only one way communication, right? First in, first out. So it's not like both sides open. So it will be much slower. Overall thing will be much slower. So we'll see what is the way. Okay. And apart from that, we talk about the wrapper class. If you could remember what we told, right? In case you want to deal with that array, right? Your data type will work. What is data type? Like int, right, long, boolean, all this stuff. But in case you want to deal with the collection framework, those data type will not work, because Java collection framework will only understand the relevant class and object part. So you need to just you already seen how to move those data type and to your relevant classes object, and how to create the object. So Java collection framework only deal with that wrapper class stuff, not the data type. They will not deal with that. Okay, so that is the reason you could see how to create the object. Array list string or integer I'll be calling, not int. I'll be calling the integer. This is the way, right? So for all the collection framework will be doing like that. Let's try to create some collection framework array list. So let's, I already given the example of the string, so I'll try to do some with integer array list, and here you need to give the relevant wrapper class. Say integer intgr. So that is not data type, that is a wrapper class. So I can create an object called al equal to new array list. That is the way you need to create the object. Okay, so you need to import the array list from the java.util package. Now what is the way I can add the data? al.add. You could see you need to add some integer. So set to empty. Then I can add a number of data. It can be duplicate. Like that. This is the way I have added 5 data. Okay. Now in case I want to print those data. Okay, what is the way I can do it? So let's try to use the enhanced for loop. Okay. Why? Because that is the collection framework. You'll be adding one more for loop called enhanced for loop, which will be easier. Okay, where because for the for loop you need to write so many things, but in the enhanced for loop it will be very much easier. Okay, to to call it. Okay, so we'll see it here. Okay, so what is the way we can write the enhanced for loop or advanced for loop or for each loop? So for, simple thing. What is the data type here? Integer, right? Integer. Give it and create an object here. Say obj. Give colon and give the old object name, whatever we have created. Simple thing. No need to give any second bracket as well. And now simply print out that new object. Obj. That's all. That is the inference for loop. So it will iterate for n number of time whatever way is there. So you need to call like for integer I equal to 0, then go for the size minus 1 and then I plus all this stuff. It will still work same way, but it is called enhance for loop. So you need to give the data type here, right? And then new object name and the old object name mapping on the colon, and you need to just print it out. That's all. Now right click, do it. You could see whatever order you have printed given, same order is coming. 20, 20, 10, 40, 90. That's the way. And it will be having, it can contain duplicate value because 20, 20 I have given 2 times, it is still printing 2 times. So that is the thing you can deal with that array list. Now what you can do after thing is there, right, you can still update that one. Okay, so al dot say array list dot remove. Okay, you could see you need to give the indexing name. So say I want to remove that one 40. So what will be indexing? The 0th index, it is first index, it is second index, it is third index. So you need to give third index. So it will be removed. If you want to update some, add more data, al dot add. At the last it will be adding, so I want to add 120 like that, because it is integer, so you can add some integer, right? You can then you can again print it out. So let's print it out, and here if you want to give some differentiation, you can do it, what is happening before and after that adding part, what is doing happening. So that is the way I can make a differentiation. So now let's try to run it. Let's see. Initially it was how many element? You can get the size as well of the array, how many element is there. It will take the right run time only. In case you are adding 4 elements, it will be 4. In case you are adding 6 elements, it will be 6, like that is the way. So you don't define any fixed size. 20, 20, 10, 90, 40, 90 was coming initially, whatever we did. Now we are whatever we are doing, we are removing the third index, means that remove will be added. And at the end of the day, I want to add 120. So now what will be the output? 20, 20, 10, 90, 120. So 40 is getting removed and 120 I am adding it. But it is only list interface it is calling, linked list. So you cannot do the operation on the both sides. But that you can do it with the help of the, instead of array list, we can do the same thing with the linked list with some added advantage, because linked list will be implementing list interface as well as DQ interface. So DQ is nothing but the double-ended queue, right? So operation can be done from the both the way end, because it will be hollow pipe, right? So it will be operation can be done from both the end. So linked list, I am not changing the variable name, otherwise I need to change everywhere. So same way I can do it. I need to import the linked list from the Java util package. So now these are the whatever stuff I have did for the array list, same thing will be doing, same result. There is nothing, no thing, no change at all, right? So whatever way same thing is coming, but what additional thing I can do now on the linked list? So let's give al dot add. You could see add fast, add last, these are the stuff is coming. So it is giving me provision to add in the first part instead of at the right sequential order. So I can add in the first position now. So I can give something called 500. Now what will happen? So I'm adding 500, so that will be right. In case I want to add first 500 at the first, so I can cut it, right, and then paste it. Now what happened? So this is the first. Initially it was 20, 20, 10, 40, 90 was there. Now I am adding 500. So 500 is adding top. So 500 will be my 0th index. 20, 20 is my first and second index, and 10 will be my third index. Now I am removing third, 3. So now 10 will be removed instead of 40, because now I am already adding a new right data, which is 500. So my indexing got changed. Similarly, if you want to remove right fast, remove last, you can do it. Okay, so now you could see it will be removing 10, not 40. So that is the way my indexing got changed. So initially it was 20, 20, 10, 90, right? That is the 5 element. Okay, now 500 is adding fast, then 20, 20, and then 10 is getting removed because 10 is the now the fourth element or the third index. It is getting removed, and then 40, 90, and again I am adding 120 at the last. So that is the way it is behaving. So array list and linked list is mostly same. So you can do add any operations. Okay. Okay, and you can add thing. Okay, and you can update the thing, you can delete the thing, but only difference is that for the linked list test, that is a double ended queue, you can do the operation from the both the sides, right? You can update the value, right, on the the starting or ending, both the way. Okay, so that is the way you can deal with that linked list and array list. Okay, any questions here, guys? Are you able to understand the the collection framework concept? Because it is dynamic one, you no need to fix the size. In case you are adding 20 elements, value size will be 20. In case you are adding 10 elements, it will be 10. You are removing 2 elements, it will be 8. And it will only deal with the relevant wrapper class, not any data type. And you can use enhanced for loops. Very easier to write, right? But enhanced for loop primarily will be used for the right collection framework. And linked list, you can add, edit, right, delete, anything you can do, but it will be only one way operation, first in, first out. Okay, and then for the linked list, it will be it will double ended queue, both the way you can do the operation, both the way you can add, both the way you can delete, both the way you can update it. So that is the primary differences between the array list and linked list. Sorry, yeah, Priya, you were saying
For
something.
that, if, so what is for loop is applicable for this, or we can use while loop and other set of
No,
conditions?
you need to use that for loop, right? For or enhance for loop here. Or there is
Okay.
an option of iterator, you can use it. Okay, but I think better to use always for loop, enhance for loop, for dealing with the collection framework.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we will go for the other important stuff similar way. Okay, linked list part I already covered it. So hash set. So what is hash set? So let's go to the diagram, hash set and reset. So hash set is implementing set interface, means it is unique, but it cannot have no kind of ordering guarantee. But sorted set is unique and will be following the ascending order. That's the difference. Okay. So hash set and reset. So this is the two stuff. Okay. So especially in case you are having like any kind of data, right? Say you are having an employee data. Say, okay, you want to write kind of remove the duplicacy. In case you are having student data, somehow, right, some of the teachers by mistake they have added 2 or 3 row for the student, but you want the duplicate, no, you want to remove the duplicate, so you can use hash set. But reset means in case you want to get the alphabetical order, but you need to use reset in the real time. So that is the way these are the different collection framework will help you, because collection framework objective is that storing, manipulating, searching the data, right? So we'll deal with the hash set. Okay, so let's go with some string part. As of now, we already seen about the integer. I already given the example of the string as well though, but we will see with the string. Okay. So here it will be string wrapper class, relevant to string data type. So let's give hash set equal to new hash set. Okay. then I need to import that one as set from the Java util package, and then I can call that one. I can add some value, right, string. So I can say add something called say Selenium, right. I can give duplicate, not be a problem at all, but it will filter out the duplicate. So let's give 3 Selenium, let's give 1 UFT, let's give 1 Tosca, like that. So I'm having 5 element, right. But in case I want to print out so here you need to give something called string, because this string, here you can give ages, that's all. Sorry, object you can give it, but here it will be ages, right, original one, that's all. So I am having 5 element, but it will be considered as 3 element because removing the duplicate, but there is no guarantee of the order, that's the problem here. You could see EFT is coming fast, but EFC is my 4th position, so no guarantee of the order, but it is only giving you 3 things. Now let's change it to tree set. So that is the only difference between the hash set and tree set. So mostly same, but it will be giving you the ordered ascending order. Tree set, why it is not doing? Tree set. Java util package. Again, why error message is there? Import tree set. Tree set cannot be resolved to a type. Tree set. String. Tree set I have given same only. Here now error is coming. Okay, I think for the T set might be we need to use the iterator, but it should work though. Not sure any latest changes is happening on that one or not. Let's see. Let's give me a look on the T set part. The T set might be we need to use some iterator. Okay, so yeah, maybe that is the latest changes happening, so it will not work might be. You can comment it out. Tree set, new tree set, dot add is fine. Okay, let's see. Let's open it now. Java dot util dot iterator. Yeah, it's coming from the Java util. And here I need to keep something called string. Okay, say iterator I equal to t set here dot iterator. No, it's not working. Something might be changed. Let me see that one. Before that, let's see with the integer part whether it's working or not. Check. So that element. This problem with some Java advanced part reset. Okay, so I will check that one. Maybe something got changed. I will cover in the next one. So might be something need to change. Need to also do some inspection. But the primary difference is the tree set. I need to check whether tree set is working here in the Java new version or not. But the main difference is the tree set and hash set is that tree set should be right for sorting the part. It ascending order. Okay, so tree set string is fine. Integer should be fine also. Released list has set. That should be an issue at all. It's not taking. Let me check something is working or not. Okay, add import. Okay, something got changed might be. You need to add since we're calling the method of the class will be get etc. Okay, something might be changed in the latest Java versions, so that is the reason it's working, not working. Anyway, so we'll cover it. I will have a look and then we'll cover it in the next sessions. Sorry for that, guys. But the objective is of the T set is still same only, so it will be like just one or two minor need to be changed only. Okay, so just a minute. হ্যালো এই ট্রেনিংয়ে আছি যাচ্ছি ট্রেনিংটা শেষ করে আমি তো ট্রেনিংয়ে আছি হ্যাঁ okay, so that is the some latest changes happened, maybe one or two minor thing I need to tweak it, so I'll be covering it that one reset part we need to also just double check. Okay, so it is nothing but I already told, right? It is similar of the hash set, but it will be giving you only the ordering part, ascending order, alphabetically. In case ascending means like smaller to lower, or in case alphabetically A to Z, like that is the way. So that is about the T set part. So I will give the sample code by next sessions. And then another important stuff, it hash map. So as of now we are seeing about the one dimensional, but in case we need to deal with the two dimension, so what is the way we need to do for the two dimension? So what is the best example of two dimension stuff called telephone directory? Right, in the initial day, whenever there was no mobile was there, it was like telephone, land telephone, right, BSNL, right? So what we need to have, right, we'll be having some number, STD code, and then your telephone number, and then you'll be having your name with whom it belong to. So it is called key and value pair combination. So key will be always unique and value it can be duplicate. So say the phone number is 1122, like that is the way. So person name can be H, suppose say AB, and similarly 2234 also person name can be AB, but your phone number value should be always unique. That is called key. Key cannot be duplicate, it should be always unique. Okay, so it should be always unique in that one. Okay, so Java hash map class implements the map interface by using hash tables. So it will be only having one key and one value. Okay, and it will be stored the value with the help of the key pair, right? Key pair value combination. Okay, and one key can have multiples duplicate value. Okay, so what is the way we can do that one for the hash map? So let's try to do with some real-time example. Say just like the telephone directory, I can do it. So here hash map you need to give two dimension, right? Either it can be integer combination, integer string, string integer, or integer string thing like combination. So string combination is like, best example is say right, particular state, and every state will be having some language, or you can have some say country name and their capital alphabetic combination, right? In case you want to do some like string and like integer combination, so what you can do, like say employee name and their salary, right? And in case you want to have that stuff called like integer combination, so you can have like student roll number, it should be unique, and their marks, percentage of the marks. So that is the way different combinations might be there: string, integer combination, and integer string, all this stuff. So here what will be do has map. Primarily in the real-time framework, you need to deal with that properties file, because properties file will be also key and value pair combination, right? So you need to deal with the hash map to read the data from the properties file. It will be hash map. Okay, so let's give something called say hash map string. I will go comma string. Okay, I can give some reference called h map, hash map equal to new. Okay, so now with the help of the hash map, what is the way you can add the data? You need to call the put method. Put key and value, you could see key and value. Say I am doing something called key value is suppose say West Bengal. Okay, that is my key, and value I can say the capital name as Kolkata, capital name, right? That is the capital name. So I can have 2 or 3 more value. Say Tripura. Okay, capital name is Agartala. Okay, put something called Tamil Nadu. Okay, Chennai, Karnataka, Bangalore. Okay, that is the way I have added. Now in case you want to print all the stuff, right, you can use simply call it. So it will be printing it like that is the way, right? Matrix format or array format. But that format I am not looking for. I want to print only the keys. Print keys, say. So what you need to do, you need to use enhance for loop, you need to use the call called string. You can give some new thing called say str Okay, then you need to give colon, and then here it is a 2 dimension, right? So hm dot key set, you need to call only for the key, printing the keys here. This is the key, and my value can be duplicate key set, and then here you need to give some bracket ISO. So that is some different for hasmap only. So I think that's the str, it is only for printing the keys. Okay, now let's try to run it. So it will be printing you only the keys. You could see Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Tripura. That is my keys. It should be unique. I can comment out. Right. So only you can print the keys. Now let's try to print the values. What you can do? Similar way only to print the values. You can give here, instead of that key set, you need to call dot values, and you can just print that one. So it will be printing the value. You could see Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, Agartala, right? Alphabetical order, right? Here based on the unique, not I think alphabetical order, but it's printing out. Okay, West Bengal, Kolkata, Pura. It is printing out that, but no order guarantee is having. Now in case you want to print the keys and value pair at the same time, what is the way you can do it? Okay, so here you need to give something called dot key set only, dot key set, and here you can print that one string plus concatenate. You can give some space here like that, and again concatenate str dot get of every I. Oh, sorry. At the same time, you can print get of not str sorry, hm dot get of every I. Get of every string. So it will be giving you the key and value both at the same time, whatever way you want to refer. You could see, in case you don't want to give only one space, right, only one space, so that is the way you can concatenate. If you do not want to give the space, it will be no space only, it will print out the value like that. You could see now only one space, Karnataka, Bangalore, right, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, West Bengal, Kolkata, Tripura, like that is the way it's coming. So hasmap is nothing but a key value pair combination. Primarily it can deal with string and integer. So it can have string string, integer string, string integer, or integer integer combination. I already given the example. So with the help of the put method, you can add the values. After that, you can deal like you can only get the keys. In case you want to get the values, you can get it, as well as in case you want to get the keys and values, you can get it. So that is the way. In the real-time framework, we'll be having some properties file. So what properties file is required? Because whatever we do not want to change, that is static component, right? Those will be adding in the properties file. So say today you are testing with 5 different applications. One is your dev environment, one is your SIT environment, one is your ST environment, right? One is your other environment, say UAT environment, all this stuff. So you'll be adding all the environment in your properties file, and during execution you can change that environment name, that I want to execute only dev environment. So you will be changing the dev. In case you want to run same thing in the UAT environment, so you will be changing that one in the runtime environment, the UAT. So automatically you will try to take the value from the UAT, and it is a key value, right? UAT environment name or variable name, and its value will be there. HTTP colon like that some complete URL. So that is the with the real time you need to read those one with the help of the hash map. Okay. So hash map will place and pivot a lot. So whatever I have tried to cover, array list, linked list, hash set, tree set, and hash map, that will be really useful, and definitely interviewer will be asking the questions as well from this area. Yeah, tree set part I need to check what's happening, but I have run, but nothing was breaking that time. So I'll check, and in case any new thing came into the thing, I need to just update this thing only. Okay, so any questions here?
Might a bit tough, Ardhunda. So we need to go through time and again. Then
Yeah, I already told you guys, right? So till fourth session is good, right? From fifth session onward, right? Even if it is not easy. Otherwise, in case you are just learning it easy without spending effort, then there is no importance for the automation at all. Okay, I will try to cover it as much best way I can do with the example with this other way. But that you need to do the practice and more going through the videos, documentation, code, all this stuff. Okay, and then only you can be learning. But yeah, after that everything will be more and more complex only. So I cannot help all this one. Yeah. Yes,
Sorry to
sorry.
interrupt. In real time, Liz, can you please give the real time example for this one hash map set and
I already told, right, the properties file.
okay, properties file.
Yes.
So whenever we have to change the data,
Right, we will be changing only the properties file, right? Suppose that today your UAT environment, you have given a variable called UAT environment, right? Environment name is something called like ABCD, and tomorrow you will be changing is BCDEF. So you will be changing only one place. That's all.
okay.
Automatically will be covered everywhere.
So we are going to cover
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one
that
as
will be
well.
covering it. Yes, yes. How to deal with the properties file. So that will be the framework part. So next session will be Selenium part only, isolated part. So 7th session will be done with Selenium isolation and Java, basic to advanced. 8 and 9 will be on the testng framework. So you'll be starting the framework from the 8th session actually. Okay. So because slow by slow, step by step it will be there. And 10th and 11th it will be complete framework development with the help of data driven keyword and hybrid. And last one will be on the BDD one, which is some sort of difference. There is no much link with the keyword driven hybrid or BDD, sorry, data driven part. It's completely unique framework. So that is the way your like framework development you will be learning from the 8th session, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last 5 session will be learning the framework development part. Okay. So last important topics I'll be covering, which really not much required to learn, but the concept should be clear. Otherwise, you will not able to learn and you never not able to give the answer as well in the interview. Because Selenium, one of the important is called parallel testing. So whenever I'll be covering testing, then you can get visualize what is the way your thread will help you, all this stuff. But here the thing is that, right, you need to understand the concept first on the multithreading. So what is multithreading? So just I will give you simple example. Okay. So say you are going to office and there is 10 team members. You are having 10 team members in your team. Okay. So there was some celebration happening in your home and you want to give some sweets to every team member. Okay. So just you have bring a packet of like 50, okay, 50 sweets you have bring to your office. Okay, maybe you did not go try anyone. One person you told that I have bring some sweet, you take that one. So one person will take, other person they do not know. Okay, so one person will take the sweet. Maybe that particular person can take 7 or 8 sweets, right? But he will be picking one by one, and after 7 and 8 sweets, he found that no, I am not able to take anymore. So your work will not be complete. Your all the sweets will not be finished that day, and even it will be slow. But say the sweets packet you are placing in some cafeteria or conference room, and you are asking all your 10 members or 20 members that I have bring some sweet, you can grab it. Okay. So what will happen? Every team member will pick up sweets. So initially 10 members will pick up 10 sweets. So work is happening parallelly. And after that, as and when somebody completing, they will again pick up. They will not wait for the other person to do it. So that is the way parallelly happening. So suppose say 2 or 3 minutes might take. So some person might eat 8 sweets, some person might eat only 3 or 4 sweets. but your work is happening simultaneously by the multiple worker, multiple resources. So that is called the concept of threading. Means I am doing the same activity with simultaneously with by multiple head count, multiple resources, which is called multitasking, right? So one way you are here, other way you are just doing something, you are watching TV, all this stuff, multitasking. Okay, that is the way. So multithreading is a mechanism which allows concurrent execution of two or more parts of the program for maximum utilization of the CPU. Each part of such program is called thread. Threads are lightweight process within a process. Threads are deep independent. If there occurs exception in one thread, it does not affect other thread. It uses a shared memory area. Threads can be created by two ways. One is extending the thread class, other was implementing the runnable interface, but mostly same. Only the first two steps you need to follow it. So what is the thread life cycle? So thread life cycle is first new, runnable, running, waiting, and dead. Okay, new means so first you are creating in this phases the thread is created using the thread class. It remains in this state till the program starts the thread. It is known as also newborn, just like newborn baby, right? It is a born thread, called as. Then runnable. In this phase, the instance of the thread is invoked with the start method. So in case you want to deal with the thread, you need to always use the create a method called start method. Okay, the thread control is given to the scheduler to finish the execution. It depends on the scheduler whether to run on the thread or not. So there is a scheduler who will schedule that which thread will be working, and there is a thread pool. So where all the thread will be stocked, right? Say in your office also, right? Or maybe suppose in case you are doing some construction work, you are having 20 laborers, they are deciding in that thing, but 20 will be not be doing the job, right? You can pick 5%, right, from your. Similarly, in case you are getting a project in office, right, in the IT industry, there are 20, 100 people in the bench. In case you are getting a project, so that you can utilize 20 members from that bench strength. So that is the here it is called thread pool is there, and scheduler is there. So the scheduler will be taking those thread from that one, and they will configure it, and they will be doing it running status. So when the thread start executing, then the state is changed to running state. The scheduler select one thread from the thread pool and start execution in the application. Waiting. Sometime, right, some threads need to wait. Why? In case other person is not completing that one, somebody not yet do a thing, right, complete the stuff. Suppose in case you are doing say operation called like e-commerce site, so until you are selecting the product, how you can do the payment, it will not allow you, right? So that you need to wait for something operation to be done. So first you will log into the application, right, you will searching the product, adding the product to the cart. After that you can make the payment, and once the payment is done, delivered, after that you can do the return. So that is the way some of the thread need to depend something, right, other action at the precondition, then only that can be started. So that is the waiting status. So this is the state when thread has to wait. As there are multiple threads running in the application, there is no need of there is a need of for synchronization between threads. Hence one thread has to wait till the other threads get executed, therefore the thread is default as waiting state. And after that everything got hovered, the threads need to be destroyed, otherwise it will use the memory. I am giving another simple example. Okay, say there is a kind of big resort, right, and you have taken the resort as a rent for a day. So you already invited so many friends, like you have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, all this stuff, and your day is over, and you are came to office. After your complete celebration done, the administrative person for the resort, they need to clean the places, otherwise how they can keep the rent for the next day to the other person. So that is the way all your garbage, everything will be cleaned up. So here all your whatever thread was working, everything need to be destroyed to release the memory, and so that other next program can be executed. That is called dead. In this state, when the thread is terminated, the thread is in running state. As soon as it's completed processing, it's called dead state. Okay, so after starting a thread, it cannot be never started again. If user do so, it will throw in some illegal thread state exception error. In such case, thread will run once, but for the second time it will throw the exception. Now let's see what are the different stuff we can do for the thread. So by default in system, one thread will be there. Okay, it is called a main thread. So for every Java program, there will be default thread created by the JVM or Java virtual machine, which is nothing but the main thread. Okay, so what we can do it, say thread current thread, that is the variable I am giving, ct is current thread, thread dot current thread. So that is the way I can call the current thread, whatever is being executed in your system. Then I can do whatever way I can do, ct ct dot get name, or ct I can print it out also, dot get id, right, dot get priority, dot get state, dot is alive or is dead or not, like is daemon, all this stuff we can also change. Daemon part I will be covering it. Let's see. You could see thread name is main thread by default, and other city if you want to thread main, right, 5 is the priority, name is the main thread, 1 is the id, its runnable status is alive, true. Now what you can do, right, you can change the thread details, dot, right, set name, you can change the name of the thread, you could see, set the priority as well. So name of the thread is test thread, you can name the change, ct dot set priority. What is the priority? It was priority was like 5, so I can make it say 9. What is the way I can do it, right? So now you can just change the thing, you can just print it out again, so you can see what is happening now. Okay, initially it was main thread, 5 was there, now it is giving test thread, and 9 is the priority. So that is the way you can deal with the default thread, whatever is coming, it is nothing but the main thread. Now what we can do, you can call, right, create an object or instance for the thread, and you can process the you can initiate the process. So what you can do, you need to call the extends thread. That is the way you can just extend the thread from the thread class. So you are extending the thread. Now what you need to do, it will be having always run method, right? So I can do public void run, that is the method, say so, and I need to call it in the class level. So the thread started to run or execute or run, whatever way. Now what is the way I can call the thread? So whatever class I have created, 6 and 6, I need to create a class, say t1 equal to new class. Okay, now what is the way I can start the thread? T1 dot, there is a method called start. Okay, so as and when you are calling the start method, automatically it will invoke the run one. So that is the way thread is synced in Java. Okay, here I am not writing anything. Here you could see, as and when I am calling the start method, it is invoking the run method from the class level, whatever way it is there. So that is the way thread works actually in the real time. You could see the thread started to run. I am calling the start method, but it is mapping with the run method. So that simple thing, same thing you need to give it. You cannot change the syntax. Once thread is started, you cannot start it again. One thread you cannot start it 2 times. It will show you the error. You could see, right? Illegal thread exception. What you can do, you can create a new thread and then you can start it again. That not be a problem at all. You can create a new thread, then you can start it. So that is the way you can do it. Then last one I will be covering is called daemon thread. So as of now we are, seeing about the thread. Okay. So, but as we told, right, at the end of the program we need to destroy all the thread. So say I have been using 10 thread. But after that I need to destroy all the 9 thread, only one thread should be there. So I can do it. So that is called daemon thread, which will just remove all the garbage from the system to have your maximum productivity or output of the CPU, right? So daemon thread is a low priority thread in context of JVM which runs in the background to perform tasks such as garbage collection. They do not prevent the JVM from executing when all other user threads finish their execution. JVM terminates itself when all user threads finish their execution. JVM does not care whether daemon thread is running or not. So that is the way daemon thread will just clean all the part, destroy other thread, it will clean the memory. Okay, but by default one thread should be active in case you are having 5 thread. But if you want to make everything daemon, you cannot do it. How you will do it? One thread should be there active, otherwise by default thread will be there like main thread. So in case you are having 5 thread, you can make 4 as daemon, but one thread should be always normal thread. Okay, so let's see what is the way I can do it. So what we have run here, right? So already did it. Okay, let's give some. What is the method we can call? It's called set daemon, right? That is the way. Is daemon you can check, or you can set something, some thread called set daemon thread. Okay, so what we'll do, so run I already given it, so that is fine. So here I'll give some condition. Okay, not here, here. If thread dot current thread dot is daemon, you could see. So what will my condition will be there? The daemon thread started to run, else, sorry, not id, it is if normal thread is being run. So that is the way I can give the condition in the branch statement. Then now what I'll do, I'll be creating the two object, right? Again same way. Okay, now I will set something as daemon. So what I'll do, as soon as I'm creating the object, before starting it I need to set it daemon, not after starting. Dot set daemon, you could see, and make it true. So T1 I am making it set, so daemon thread. So what will happen, whenever running T1 it will be running as daemon thread, you could see. Whenever it is running as T2, it is running as normal thread, other is running as daemon thread. But in case you are trying to run after starting, you cannot do it, it will throw the error. You could see illegal thread state exception, you cannot change some thread to daemon once started running, you need to always do it before it's running. So that is the way, like your multi-threading concept, you need to learn it, whatever is really required for your journey in the parallel testing or distributed testing, which is the main important right web application benefit from the Selenium tool. So I'll cover it once more time. After that, in case you are having question, I will take that up. So in Java there is a file class, okay, and there are a lot of important methods available through which you can create the folder structure, folder directory, check the existence of the folder, delete the folder, create a new file, get the path of the file, get the absolute path, you can check whether the file is readable, writable, right, is the file is hidden, all this stuff. And after that you can add any string or character in the file, okay, and you can read the file as well with the help of the file reader, buffer reader as well. Okay, you can read the files character by character as well instead of string one. The collector is nothing but is a framework architectures to store and manipulate the group of objects, similar object primarily. Interface is there, which is nothing but the 100% abstract methods. Implementation is the class. Algorithm is nothing but these are the methods whatever you are primarily calling, to do many operations just like the sorting, searching, insertion, deletion, manipulation, etc. So this is the table you can understand first. There are so many interfaces like list, dequeue, queue, set, sorted set, collection, and iterator. Okay, iterable. Okay, the interfaces is, to interface it can be extend, class to class it will be extend, but interface to class it will be always implements. right? So list is nothing but the same way, right? First in first out order, it can duplicate, right? DQ is nothing but like it can have both the way, you can do the operations. Okay, set is nothing but the right any kind of unique value it should get there, but it will be no order guarantee. Whereas sorted set, it will be unique as well as the ascending order. Okay, so you can have this different stuff. You can use enhance for loop for handling this kind of collection framework, but Java collection framework only deal with the relevant wrapper class, not the data type, so that you need to remember it. So you need to create the object, you need to add the value, right? You need to update the value, you need to remove the value, right? You can when these are the stuff you can do it. Okay, hash map is nothing but it's a key value pair combination. So key should be always unique, but value can be duplicate. So you can write with the help of the put method. You can write update the value. You can you can print the value from the keys or values, and you can also print the both key and value pair combination as well. Okay, multi-threading is nothing but like kind of doing the simultaneous activity with the different work stream, or right, different resources, or the working parallelly, multitasking I could say, right? Multiple work, like work with the simultaneously. Okay, there are a couple of states available, right? New, runnable, running, waiting, and date. After a program is completed, all the states should be date to right free up the memory or better utilization of the CPU, right? Always it will be created. After that, there is a thread full. There is a scheduler available from the schedule. With the help of the scheduler from the thread full, thread will be right, allocated and they'll perform the job. After that, we can right, make them date. Okay, so for that one, always you can use extend the thread class or implement the runnable interfaces to create the stuff. You need to create a method called run where you can add all your details, and whenever in the right main method you can create an object for instance. After that you need to call start method. So once third is state you started, you cannot make it started again, so it will throw you the error. And daemon thread is nothing for cleaning the garbage primarily. Once your extension offer, you need to clean the garbage, so you need to always use the daemon thread. But in case one thread should be always active, you rest of the thread you can make it daemon so that it will clean the stuff, right? So that are the different stuff I have tried to cover from the advanced Java area, guys. So next session will be on the Selenium one. Okay, whatever important stuff like for Selenium called especially like drag and drop accents class, right? Like iframe handling and taking the screenshot. Other couple of stuff will be there in from the Selenium advanced part. And 8 and 9 will be testng framework where we'll be learning the testing thoroughly from the scratch. And 10 and 11 will be data driven keyword hybrid framework, and the last one will be on the BDD framework. Okay, so that's all guys from today's session. Thank you.